best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They start the drive with Cook. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Allen. That's complete. Lambert Smith. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen now looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air, Allen. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. He gets around him, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 15 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
That's another Bills first down.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Cook going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
A gain of 3 yards.
Allen taking it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Bills are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Johnson odds poke free. Football is held. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Luke now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Brings up third down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He's been solid here in the early part of the season, currently ranked in the top 5 amongst NFL quarterbacks in passing yardage. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Left side, Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's
Allen from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last was getting these negative. First and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
First down. First and 10.
The slot man in motion right. To throw, it's Mahomes. And quick throw here, that's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain.
10 yards on the pickup.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
A 45-yard attack.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, You really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. He juked him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mahomes is going to run the option left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
37-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Open man, this is Britton Strange, the tight end. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down.
And Mahomes going to run again. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Townsend in punt formation for the Chiefs.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
34-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Jeffrey Bossa on the tackle. Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cook. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. second and 6. At the 21.
Getting the ball is Cook, run left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for Bills. First down.
Here's Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Now Allen. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Now 2nd and 9.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Allen running the option to the left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
That's another Bills.
Give to Cook out of the gun. There on the stop is Leo Chanel.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keandre Lambert-Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Mahomes, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now Allen to throw. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
That's good for Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Colt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And the Bills first down.
Allen going to throw. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bills have opened the lead up to 30. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for 3 and finding him once again. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
And again, it's Mahomes. Mahomes will do it himself. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Kansas City
Back to throw.
First down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts
It's now 2nd
as they stop it with
19.
11 seconds remaining in this first half. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Set to kick off.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Chiefs have
And he
the
won't
first
quite
and
make
10
it to the 25.
at their own 24-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. 2 yards still to go. Third down now.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Inside the 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Oh, it's Luke for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Slot man moves right. Mahomes now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
They run it again with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Now Mahomes. That is caught. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And able to work his way down to the 16.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
Wiggles free. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to claw one back.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now out come the Bills.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Bills. First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
Throw left side to Kincaid.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Allen now on the sneak.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
16 yards. That's another Bills first down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Chiefs' 34.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Allen to throw it.
He'll try and do this himself.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Gain of 8.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 22.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On play action, Allen.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To the end zone, but not knocked away and incomplete. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Allen now looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First down. First and goal, Buffalo.
To the air, Allen. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Jeffrey Bassa able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down.
Touchdown! Zay Flowers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up third and 4.
Mahomes going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the
Mahomes to throw once more. That's into the hands of Worthy. Now a second and 2.
Xavier Worthy. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's Pacheco on the lead option. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good.
Not too many more ideal situations at second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
46-yard line.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he caught up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This ball caught by Strange. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
That's another Kansas
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right move.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior.
KC's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A give right side for Pacheco.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Yards on the play. And a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On second and 12, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Noah Gray,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The visitors' offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll get this complete to Worthy.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Xavier Worthy. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Pacheco.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
48-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out and let it fly, but the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Cook up the gut. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
Tyler Luke on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. He finds his man Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now here's Mahomes. That's to the left sideline and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He'll try to do it himself. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Buffalo,